And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map for Abydos, this is Mondo. And gotta have a little bit of a chat about something. Platinum Heroes.
Oh,
where's Migs?
we got to bring this up every time. You know, every time we got to bring it up. Migs, fun fact, in the last series that Platinum Heroes played in WTL, Migs was the only player to put a point on the board. Just saying. But at the same time, I don't know if you can fault the Masher because it goes with your narrative. Platinum Heroes, they keep fielding the all Protoss lineup because it's all Protoss.
It's all EU. The truth comes out.
Aye. One or the other, true. But I agree. I do think that Migs is a really strong player, and it's a shame that we don't get to see him enough. We've seen him, I think, twice, maybe 3 times in what, like 7 months? 7 weeks even. It's been years. It's been years, Papi.
Wait, did we have no Terrans tonight? Smoke.
No Terran, 0 Terran players. All is right in the world.
It's like the weekly tournament finals.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? Mario versus Beyond every time. So yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. I wish we got some more Migs. I wish we got some more Vindicta. We need more Vindicta, but we'll see if Platinum Heroes know better. We'll see if they can pull off some magic here because Team Abydos are one of the stronger teams in the tournament, but they're not fielding their strongest lineup.
Yeah, that's right. Cure is unavailable yet again. We did hear that he has been a little bit under the weather recently.
Yeah, shout out to Mondo. He showed up in the stream the other day and he was giving us a little bit of information on Cure. I was really curious because we haven't seen Cure in over a week, and I was like, what's going on? Like, is he like on vacation or something? Apparently GRG is on vacation, but Cure is a little bit unwell, a little bit under the weather.
On vacation at the beaches.
The dong is at the beaches, yeah.
Oh, Rufus, what did you just eat?
Not like this. As we are getting into this game, and so far standard opener from Shadown is going to go for a Stargate opener. Meanwhile, Mondo is getting ready for himself as well. He was expressing to us his lack of confidence in this matchup, and I don't blame him. He's been struggling a little bit, but on a map like Neo Humanity, I want to believe that he can pull off a solid push, a solid timing. Mondo is one that typically does thrive in the mid game, and I'm sure that's going to be no different here on Neo Humanity.
Yeah, definitely. We are seeing pretty standard play coming out from Shadown.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff so far. Is Rufus okay? Is Rufus okay? Oh, okay. Did he want
I thought he ate a bit of plastic off my hoodie, but he just broke it. He didn't need it, just broke it.
Yeah, he just wanted to cause some chaos. He wanted your attention, Papi. He's getting you back from taking him away from the mouse pad earlier.
True. He just wants food. As we are seeing Mondo just playing things out pretty standard as well himself. We have seen most of the time when Mondo's playing that he does prefer to play in a fairly standard fashion.
Yeah, exactly. You know, this early game isn't too fancy out of Mondo, but the Oracle does find some damage. The Spore wasn't quite done, and 2 drones go down, a little bit of hull damage, but that is acceptable here for Shadown as he throws down his transition of choice. It is going to be that Forge and Twilight Council, so again, everything is looking very normal from our Protoss.
Yeah, exactly. Some pretty standard play coming out, so we're probably expecting to see just that +1 and Blink coming out after this. And as for Mondo, he's doing what has become the standard for Zerg in response to this as well, which is going for a fast +1 melee.
Yeah, the event chamber is on the way. We're going to be saturating our bases as well. We do have the Oracle zipping in towards the natural, now the natural base. But Mondo does sort them away. He does have 2 queens at every single hatchery. He is prepared for all of this. And as you mentioned, there we go, +1 melee has commenced.
Yeah, okay. And Blink and +1. So, yep, pretty normal stuff.
That sounds so disappointed. This is what you're trying to play, Papi. This is what you're trying to learn. Oh.
Yeah, kind of, actually.
Yeah. Kind of? What are you trying to learn?
Well, it's the same so far, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough, Papi. Fair enough. Do you have like an overall outlook on life in your PvZ, or you just trying to feel it out?
I'm just trying to survive. So many apes out there on the ladder.
I'm just trying to live, Poppy. They won't let me play Starcraft.
They won't. They're just going to 70 drones and making rogues. Animals.
Is that not high enough? Do you need more, Poppy? Do you need more?
I need you to die. When the push is coming, make drones.
Aye. Well, speaking of making drones, Mondo has cut workers here at 55. We've got Lings on the way, a couple of Banelings as well. Plus one melee still a ways off, but Mondo wants to apply some pressure. He wants to try and force Shadown back and maybe even some damage done.
He's aping. Let's go.
Like, see, why didn't you do this? 55 drones, that's all you need. As we are going to be joining up a little bit more behind this, but we do have enough links to at least threaten that fourth base. Going to be, I imagine, hoping to force these oracles to expend some of their energy.
Yeah, and they will be doing that. Looks like Mondo not going to be fully committed there, so does lose quite a lot of those lings.
Okay, lings are going to be going down as Mondo joins up a little bit further here. Plus one melee does kick in, and do we have did we see a Roach Horn thrown down? Am I crazy?
I don't think so. I don't know. This is just very strange. I feel like Mondo hasn't done enough with this drone cut.
Yeah, I agree. Like, making all these lings hasn't done much of anything, and he's just set himself behind a little bit here as Shadown is keeping up in the economy. We have Storm on the way behind this, and Mondo, as we speak, is working on... He just actually finished up his lair a little bit, quite late, actually, to be honest, and he's going into Hydras.
Yeah, okay. So it is going to be a Hydra transition here. That's going to do pretty well against kind of units Shadown's making, especially against those Archons, but not very well against Storm.
Yeah, again, this tech does feel quite late here for Mondo, but the end game could be Lunkers. He could be looking to transition even further into that higher form of tech, which can work well against any kind of ground-related army, especially if he does suspect that Shadown is going to be able to survive and defend and protect his fortified bases.
Yeah, it would make sense, especially on a map like this, if you were looking to just turtle up a little bit, and the lurkers will help you a lot with doing that, as we do see Shadown trying to put some pressure on with just a few units here. Will be held at bay for now by these queens.
Yeah, nice trigger on that Stasis Trap as well from Mondo. Only a single Ling is wasted, and Shadown is forced back onto that slow zone where the Lings cannot chase the army. A Queen is going to be going down, and yeah, this base is quite heavily threatened. The Hydras are forced to reveal themselves.
Yeah, Hydras have been shown. It looks like, we do have the units really tucked back here. It's going to be a pretty decent fight for Mondo, but so many Lings going down in the process. I do feel like that was a bit of an overextension for Shadown. That didn't look great. Is he going to trap some units?
Oh, the rocks are going to go down, and a couple of Lings do fall as well. Oh, Shadown actually smiling there as that happened.
He likes it. The health on the rocks is full.
Yeah, full.
It was just a total glitch that last game. That was so weird.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some investigative. We'll get the best investigator we know.
Who's
get
that?
McSins on the way.
Oh, okay.
We'll get him on the job, mate.
Private investigator McSins.
Yeah. I know a guy, Poppy. He's really good. He always gets a lot of praise.
Okay. You can watch him work. I know you like it.
Yeah.
We are going to be having pushing up towards the fourth base here, and Shadown looks a little underprepared, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Shadown, he just lost a massive amount of Archons earlier. He does have a couple of Storms behind this, though. He has a lot of High Templar, so Mondo is going to be respecting this army. He's going to be backing off and actually rotating over towards the the third base instead. Sorry, that is the fourth. Banelings are rolling on in. Up.
Yeah, the Banelings have to be kept away from the High Templar. One of the High Templar is going to be going down, but it looks like the rest of the Banelings have been taken out. Another nice set of Storms going to be landing on these Hydras, and it looks like Mondo overstaying just a little bit. He will be losing all these Hydras. What damage can he get in return?
Yeah, as Lings are coming in to reinforce, actually, the Hydras are standing strong. The High Templar all go down, and Mondo may be breaking the base of Shadown.
Yeah, it actually does look like it. Probes being pulled into Hydra is not what you want to see here. So many of the units of Shadown are going down. It looks like Mondo's gotten the damage that he's looking for.
Yeah, maybe Shadown celebrating a little bit too early after those rocks did fall in the army of Mondo. The Archon goes down, the mineral line falls as well. We do have just more constant links and hydras being reinforced.
I think he's just celebrating because that's the closest thing you can get to a win against when you're playing Pro.
What do you say?
As we do have Zealots being held off by the Lings. Very nice micro coming out from Mondo. The base will finally fall, and with that, we might be seeing GG coming out from Shadown. Looks like he just doesn't have enough to deal with the army here.
And if so, this is huge because Mondo, he is an up-and-coming player. He's a semi-pro player. He's been fielded twice before this, but he has not won a single game in WTL. He's been Protoss time and time again, but not this time here against Shadown. GG gets scored. Oh, let's go!
The pop-off.
Oh, Mondo with his first World Team League win. Oh, let's go. Oh.
Yeah, that's got to feel so great. That's a lot of pressure off your back when your team's trusted to put you in, whether it be by some bad, honestly, some mutas. That's what I want to see.
Oh my god. Against Protoss?
Yeah.
Have you been muted recently while you've been landing?
No, but I remember last time I played Protoss a few months ago when I got muted and I was like, oh, this is like literally undefendable. Mutas are insane versus Protoss. I was like, why doesn't everyone do this? Like, I would die every time.
If it goes unscattered, it can be actually pretty one-sided. Like, unironically, that's the reason why Demi does it. Oh god, but yeah, unfortunately we don't see enough of it nowadays. Lings on the way, Queens as well. We just see Shadown going for a standard opener. He's going for that Stargate. Meanwhile, we have quite a number of Lings already out for Mondo.
Yeah, okay. Mondo is looking to get aggressive with the link speed. On the wall is not a wall. He will be getting in here. Gets right on top of that pylon. And are we going to be seeing a very quick game 2 here?
Oh, we really could. The pylon is under threat. The pylon is going to be going down, but we do have 2 adepts already out here for Shadown. Probes will be falling. Can Mondo kill those adepts?
Yeah, 6 probes going down. That adept almost going down as well on just a sliver of health here. Very nice hold position with the probe there by Shadown, and Mondo just shoves it out of the way.
Does shove it out of the way, does get one of those adepts. Meanwhile, there's still no repowering of these gateways. The second adept is under threat. Nice Sim City here from Shadown is going to be reducing the service area, but there is still no more production available here for him.
Yeah, the battery's going to be going down too, and I think Mondo might have just done it. He just floods on in with this very strange build. Has caught Shadown very much off guard here. We do have a Void Ray coming out, so this does put a timer on things. Does mean that Mondo has to kind of rush through to get as much damage as he can before this eventually takes everything out.
I love this, sir. Like, he has to wait for the Void Ray to dip in towards the natural, then he rushes into the main because the Void Ray is insanely slow. It takes so long for it to actually rotate between the bases. One Void Ray is not enough, and probes are going to be falling. Good drone drilling here from Shadown, but workers will still fall.
Yeah, really good stacking, but I mean, the thing with this as well is once they start to fall, they fall fast. He does take out most of the Lings before that can happen, but we do have another Ling flood coming on in. Second Void Ray is going to be appearing, but is this where the probes are going to start to fall?
I should have had more faith in my boy. As 4 more probes go down, the Lings are being forced back. They take down the gateway. They're looking to take down the cyber core as well. Bearing in mind that Mondo still has a worker lead. Technically, he still does have a higher worker count. Mondo is looking to try and even that up. He still needs a couple more probe kills.
Yeah, I do actually think Mondo might be in a bit of trouble here. I've seen this game state a couple times, and it is pretty rough for the Zerg just because Shadown now is kind of forced into probably making a couple more Void Rays as well.
Yeah.
And that can be really tough to deal with when you don't have as high a Queen count as you normally would.
I'm getting PTSD, mate. We've seen it before. We're going to see it again where the Void Rays move out across the map. 2 or 3 Void Rays, they can kill 2 Queens, they can kill a third, they can end the game. Oh boy, thankfully Mondo does have 3 Queens at his triangular third, so he is ready for this.
Yeah, he's going to be losing the Overlord, so well calculated there by Shadown.
It does fall back in time. Does take a little bit of hold damage to that Void Ray, but Mondo will not just fall over to those.
มาแล้วโทษทีลืมเปิดไมค์เกม2ขอโทษ ขอโทษเจอวอยเลเข้าไปเมื่อกี้5คือเขาไม่ยอมตีไพลอนที่กำลังสร้างวอยเลเว้ยเขาไปแบบอะไรจิกจิกจิกจิกเน็กซัสอยู่ได้ ไปเกาเน็กซัสเน็กซัสบอกไม่คันเกาจังเลย
Yeah, exactly. And with that additional void rays, that does mean that
จะเจอแบ่ง
Mondo
แต้ม
will
เอานะ
eventually clean this up and push this away. There is an Oracle coming up behind this, so hopefully Mondo hasn't been skipping. Oh, he has been. He has been cutting spores.
Yeah, 6 drones going down, and Shadown looks like he is starting to get the damage he needs to get himself back into this.
Yeah, Shadown now
เอาละ
has
ครับ
a worker
การนี้บุก
lead.
ไม่เข้าแล้วนะ
He
เซิร์ก
is
น่าจะต้องกลับไป
restarting
ฟาร์ม
to
แล้ว
rotate. His
หยุ
void
ด
rays will
ต้อง
survive.
คือ
The
ต้อง
Oracles
คือถ้ามัน
here
วิ่งแล้วชนกำแพงกูก็
larger
ควร
in
จะหยุด
number. We
แล้ว
have
ครับ
a second Oracle hitting the field, and soon to be a third. And Mondo, he's still
ต้อง
working on those
ต้องเพิ่ม
oracles.
เทคแล้ว ถ้าเซิร์กลิงอย่างเดียวนี่คือเจ๊งแน่นอน
Yeah, the sport, the third only just going down now, and there's a lot resting on the shoulders of these few queens, and they're all going to have to be committed to deal with the void rays. This is a really clever plan from Shadown, and it's going to be extremely hard for Mondo to deal with.
It really is. I mean, the void rays are going to be able to focus
อ่า
on
ครับ
some
ว
more
อย
of
เล
these
ยัง
workers.
จับอะไร
Again,
เป็นชิ้น
we're
เป็นอัน
forcing
ได้
them
ไหม
distracting
ห
the
ลักๆ คือ
queens.
โฟกัสที่โอเวอร์ลอดก่อน ไม่อยากสู้กับควีนนะ
With these void rays, meanwhile, that does create an opening
เทคเทียร์
in
2
that
นะ
natural
เท
base,
ค
and
เที
the
ยร์
oracles
2
are
แอร์
able
ยู
to
นิต
dive in.
สู้ควีนไม่
Yeah,
ได้
the queens all pull completely away from
เจ็
the
บ
natural.
ปวด
We
ร
do
วด
have
ร้าว
a score in a fantastic position here, and Shadown is going to respect that.
Okay, so he's not going to dive in. He's going to be waiting for his third oracle. I think he even double revelationed as well. So the best use of that energy, as he is going to have to wait a little bit longer before he does commit to anything. And now Mondo, what is the plan?
แล้ว
from
ก็
here?
โอ
He's
ราเคิล
working on
มา
a
ต่อ
ledge,
ครับ
working on a roach
โฟ
warren.
กัสไปที่เวิร์กเกอร์นะ
Yeah,
โอ้
Mondo
ย
pretty
ได้
well
ยับ
positioned
เหมือน
here.
กัน
We'll be
ได้
able
มา
to cut down those
5
drones.
7 แล้ว
Quite a few of
คุ้มจัด
them go down, but it's
โอ้
worth
โห
mentioning as well,
เอา
Shadown
สัก
did
คุ้มเลย
contribute
ฮะ
heavily to this. 10 drones going down, probably a
ได้ไป
few chains
10
there.
ครับ
Yeah, exactly. And a bit of a move command as well from those queens. Looks like they will still get one of those oracles, so not bad.
10 เวิร์กเกอร์
10 drones is
ได้โอราเคิล
still
คืน
a
ไป
lot.
1 ลำป่ะ
Maybe shut down more of these oracles. If they can, then it's going to be an okay loss for Mondo.
Yeah, they are going to be protecting that area there, but I think that means the void rays should be able to come in, and there we go. We do see one of the queens is going to be going down potentially at the third here. It's so close.
Clutch transfuse of the queens
โอ้โห
to
เจอตอดเวิร์กเกอร์
survive.
ยับๆเลยครับมัน
Mondo is barely
แต่
holding
ไม่เป็นไร
these
เปิดแฮช
bases,
4 ได้
but
แล้ว
still taking some
คือช้าง
losses.
ดาวก็
The
ไม่
Oracles
เยี่ยมพอ
still
ที่
decent
จะ
economy
ที่จะแบบ
as
ผนึก
this
ศึก
does
อะ
overextend, and now we have a ground
ได้แค่
army
หาลาฟ
reinforcing with stalkers.
ซึ่งพอเซิร์ฟมันยิ่งมีแฮชเยอะอะมันตอดไปเถอะเดี๋ยวสร้างใหม่แป๊บเดียว
Coming out, but there's been so much pressure on him for this
ถ้าตอด
entire
ต้องตอด
game
แฮช
here.
ครับ
It's actually neck and neck between the two
นั่น
players.
ไง
Void
แล้ว
Ray does
วอย
go
เล
down,
พัง
so nice
เอา
pick-off
พังพินาศ
for these queens here.
Yeah, good pickoffs overall. The roaches are arriving as well. Looks like Mondo should be able to hold on to his third base. And Shadown has to be careful not to overextend. Blink is still not done either. Bear that in mind. So Shadown is playing with fire.
Yes, but man, he is putting on just an insane amount of pressure. This has been a really cool game coming out from Shadown, and behind this, getting that fourth Nexus up. So he is playing at blistering pace.
Yeah, he really is. The Shadown is going to be rotating over towards the center bases, and Mondo has been able to saturate enough. He has a fourth base on the way.
ยังไม่กล้าเข้ามาบุกตรงๆเหมือนกันครับผมทางฝั่งช้างดาวฮะคอมตอนนี้เป็นสต็อกเกอร์นะหลักๆวอยเลคือวอยเลต้นเกมในช่วงกลางเซิร์ฟลิงรันไม่มีวอลเหรอโอ้ไม่มีโดน
Yeah,
รี
really
คอร์กลับ
well-timed run by from Mondo.
คุ้มแล้ว
He is
รีคอร์
gonna
ก็
be
หนีฮะ
forcing a
ย้ายที่
recall
เล่น
on those stalkers, gives him a bit of
เอ้า
room to
โอ้โห
breathe.
หนีมาผิดซอยแล้วนะแต่ก็ดีครับได้ข้อมูลแล้วว่าทางฝั่งช้างดาวเปิด
Gonna
ใน
be
ค่าที่
spotting
4
out
ครับ
the fourth Nexus, so Mondo
เดี๋ยวจะ
should
มา
know
จะรอ
what
จอ
kind
แจ
of
กนะ
situation he is and just how dire that situation is as well.
Oh, exactly, as we are going to be looking to transition, actually. I was assuming that Mondo would stay on a low worker count and just go Ling Roach, but no, he's actually taking up even further. He's droning up even further. He's going for an Infestation Pit and the Hydra Den as well.
Yeah, he's not an ape.
He's not, Papi. He's not, and we'll see if he can get away with that. Shadown still applying a lot of pressure. He's just, again, rotating between the bases, looking to try and punish some of these fringe hatcheries of Mondo, just trading wherever he can. And
อ่ะลองดันขึ้นมาอีกรอบหนึ่งรอบนี้เจอคอมเป็นลิง ลิงโลกฮะลิงโลกลาเวนเจอร์
having a hard time trying to punish these Blink Stalkers.
ไล่ออกไป
Yeah,
เลย
he
ก่อน
has, and the stalkers
อู้แต่
are
ทำวิ่ง
starting
มอน
to
โด
make some
เสียเลยนะ
trades here. We do see Mondo
พอเล่น
going
รัสซอน
into,
เกมจริงๆ10 นาทีมันต้อง
Shadown, as
ควร
you
จะ
were
มี
saying.
5 แฮช
So
6 แฮช
this
ไป
is
แล้ว
gonna
อะฮะ
be a nice little, nice
พอ
round of
ต้อง
some
สร้าง
more
อาร์
powerful
มี่
units
มากัน
to
พอ
be
ก็
able
ล
to
กเหมือนกันเนี่ย
stabilize
เจอ
the game. But
ใส่
it
ซ้าย
does
ใส่
feel like
ขวา
Shadown
ใส่ซ้าย
at
ใส่
least
ขวา
for the
ครับ
moment
มา
is
ลวน
running
เหมือน
away
กัน
with this game.
Yeah,
ทางฝั่งช้างดาวก็โชว์เต็บมาโชว์ช่ำจังหวะนี้บลิงก์ไมโครสต็อกเกอร์มาไม่ยิงหน่อยเหรอยิงหน่อยไหมไม่ยิงหน่อยเหรอพังนี่เขาไปดักหน้าปากซอยแล้วนะเขาไปดักหน้าปากซอยแล้วนะบลิงก์ออกโอเคไม่ตามแล้วครับ
Able to minimize his losses overall. Did lose a couple of those stalkers though, and that's going to give Mondo some more breathing room. And there we go. He's looking to try and drone up and take additional gases. Oh, but Shadown knows what needs to be done. Lurkers are on the way, sure, but so is Skytoss.
ยังคงดูยากนะเนี่ยเปิดแฮช4ได้ค่อยๆมาเปิดแฮช4แฮช5พร้อมกันนี่เขาเรียกว่ารีบ
As Shadown just keeping one step ahead on the tech, which is, probably the most important thing to do in this matchup.
It really is. To be fair, Mondo is hitting lurkers first. Like the lurkers are already on the way, so there is going to be a window where he can still make use of those lurkers. But as I say that,
รอบนี้มีเลอร์เคอร์แล้ววะพอเลอร์เคอร์ปุ๊บช้างดาวเล่นยากแล้ว
Right on top of those lurkers, they do not care at all. We have a massive zealot run by to the south as well. Is going to be putting a lot of pressure on taking out.
ล้อมจับเซลอดสวยงามเลยครับเซลอดทำอะไรเวอร์เกอร์ไม่ได้ด้วยต้องตีเซอร์กลิง
The upgrades are pretty far ahead for the Protoss player.
They really are, and they show there in that slow lots run by as we have Tempest production.
กลายเป็นภาพตอนนี้โพตอสพยายามจะสักทางหนึ่งแต่แฮชก็ไม่ได้ทีพอแฮชไม่ได้มันก็เหมือนเหนื่อยฟรีครับจ่ายอาร์มี่ฟรีไปเรื่อยเทมเพลตเลยเหรอเอามายิงอะไรวะเทมเพลตจะยิงพวกฐานแรงครับสิ่งปลูกสร้างอันนี้ยิงสิ่งปลูกสร้างแรง
Yeah, absolutely.
อัพบอลแดงเลยต้องอัพบอลแดง
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of this from our Platinum Heroes players going into Tempest over carriers. I believe GNS did something very similar last week as well. We'll see if it pays off. It can take a while as we do see Shadown. Oh my god, just blinking onto the high ground.
Yeah, great positioning there. We do have Revelation going down on those three lurkers, so they're a little bit vulnerable, but Mondo is pushing this back.
He is pushing this back, but again, he still doesn't know about the Tempest. He doesn't know about the Skytoss.
ตื้อกันอยู่ฝ่ายบุกก็บุกแบบ
by Mondo, and he can focus on his assault. He has maxed out.
เหมือน
Yeah, he split his army very well, and as you
เทมเพลตมาว่ะ
there's only 2 Tempests, so he will have to.
โอเคมอนโดเหมือนอยากจะบุกคืนบ้างครับเห็นแบบช้างดาวเราตะลัดแบบไม่เอาจริงจังไม่ยอมจริงจังกับการบุกดูเขาโถมใส่นี่เซิร์ฟบุกเกมบุกเขาเล่นกันแบบนี้นี่ฮะบุกให้ช้างดาวดูนี่ฮะเกมบุกเขาเล่นกันแบบนี้เอาว่ะทำเป็นเล่นเอาเสียเบสครับแล้วบุกแบบเป็นคนตรงๆด้วยนะบุกเข้าบ้านใหญ่ด้วยนะไม่ไปแบบเบสเอ็กซ์แปนทะลวงอะไรก่อนด้วยไม่เอานี่เราทางสายตรงเลยทางตรงสายตรงมาเริ่มหมดกลับเนี่ยแบบมีฐานมินเนอรัลที่แบบไม่มีการป้องกันอ่อนๆไม่บุกไม่ฉันจะเข้าเบสหลักเลยเหมือนคนที่ตรงมากโอ้ยหัวจะปวดเทมเพลตเอามายิงเลอเคอร์ก็ดีครับก็ดีถือว่าดีเวิร์กถ้ายิงเลอเคอร์ก็ถือว่าใช้ได้ตอบโจทย์อยู่แต่หลักๆคือต้องมีออฟเซิร์ฟนะถ้าไม่มีออฟเซิร์ฟก็ยิงไม่ได้แล้วเมื่อกี้เขาเอาเซียมาอย่างเยอะเลยเนี่ยเอาเลอเคอร์เข้าแนวมินเนอรัลไลน์ใช่ไหมใช่ไหมไม่มีออฟเซิร์ฟอีกแล้วนี้ก็ไม่กดตีได้นะเลอเคอร์กดตีให้เข้าแนวมินเนอรัลไลน์ได้นะนี่มันคือรายละเอียดไงฮะที่เราแบบดูคนระดับแบบท็อป10ของโลกทำจนเป็นปกติต้องใช้คำนี้แล้วพอเรามาดูเทียร์แบบลองลงมาเราก็จะเลยรู้สึกว่าแบบเฮ้ยนายมันยังเข้มกว่านี้ได้อะไรเงี้ยกาแฟมันยังเข้มกว่านี้ได้
Doing such a great job with this constant harassment.
He really is, and somehow, some way, that Prism has sneaked out behind that mineral line, behind the main base. I don't think Mondo has spotted it either, unfortunately. Despite having these corruptors, he hasn't been able to shut it down. But he now has a more robust army. He's got more anti-air available as well. He can contend a little bit with Shadown's Tempest. He has to be careful about that counter attack, about that prism in his main.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it seems like he didn't need
เอาครับแล้วซัดกันตรงๆรอบนี้ครอปเตอร์มาไล่ยิงเทมเพสแล้วข้างล่างน่าจะระเบิดนะมีแคริเออร์กลับมาเล่นสกายทอสนะถ้าสกายทอสเซิร์กหนักแล้วแต่ก็นั่นแหละเขาบุกแบบเฮ้ยบุกเรียบร้อยแล้วเซิร์กเจ๋งเลยอันนี้โยนเองครับมอนโดบุกแบบมั่นใจเกินไปอันนี้ก็เรียกบุกแบบมั่นใจเกินไปตอนนี้โฟตอก็บอกนี่บุกเหรอบุกเก่งเหรอชอบลุกเล่นลุกเหรอโอ้พังดีหน้าเสียฐานเทคแอร์ไปฮะแล้วเขาสับไปสกายทอสเซิร์กแม่งสู้ยากมากใช้คำนี้เลยคือสู้กันตรงๆนี่แบบภาพแทบจะไม่มีฮะสกายทอส
Yeah, and behind the Shadown is getting into his anti-corrupt attack, is getting that storm as well as some void rays to mix in as well. So it does feel like an uphill battle for Mondo, but at the same time, he has done some decent damage. We've seen some good Ling run bys. His attack into that natural was still pretty effective despite being turned back.
ขอบคุณที่ติดตามครับผมจะเอาไงดีฮะเซิร์ฟยากไม่ได้คำว่ายากแต่หมดแล้วพอเห็นโบตอสไปถึงสกายทอสเนี่ยมันจะเป็นแมตช์ที่นานที่สุดหรือเปล่ามันเคยเกิดขึ้นนะเกม 3-4 ชั่วโมงวะเนี่ยไอ้สกายทอสกับเซิร์ฟเนี่ยเพราะเซิร์ฟก็ต้องคอร์รัปเตอร์ครับรัวๆคอร์รัปเตอร์ไวเปอร์
A little bit careless there from Shadown.
เทมเพสเนี่ยยิงไกลไม่สแปซนะเป็นดาเมจแบบซิงเกิลแต่เจ้าอินเตอร์เซปเตอร์หรือว่าลูกของแคเดียร์ก็จะเจอไฮดรอลิกสุดท้ายมอนโดจีให้ครับเจอสกายทอสเห็นไหมทำไมฉันบุกไปทางนั้นนะก็ไม่เข้าใจเหมือนกันแต่กลายเป็นแบ่งแต้มกันไปครับคู่นี้เหมือนไป 1-1 แล้วแบบโบ2